an Englishman can take. We Indians, we have failed utterly to take serious cognizance of all these things. And the result is that we remain a pitiable lot. How many Westerners have said, we go through Vedas, we go through Indian spiritual works, with a lot of expectations we arrive on Indian soil, and what awaits us is only doom, damnation, spells of disappointment. We see only doomed, things doomed, we see only damnation, we see only mediocres, we become only disappointed. One Frenchman who had come to Pondicherry, his name I forgot, Arno or something like that. Yes, he regularly writes to Kannada Daily. The translation of his writing will appear in one Kannada, Vijay Karnataka or Vijayvani, Cloud RP. He is an expert on Far East Asian affairs, political affairs. At one point he has said, with what an amount of expectation, having gone through Vedas and all that, with what an expectation I came to India. This is the land of the Vedas. This is the land of Buddha. All people in India will be turned inwards. India will soon be in a position to lead the whole world for a better tomorrow. But on arriving here, I find no such thing. Because Indians themselves refuse to acknowledge their own greatness. This is something that I can never understand. Indians themselves, I still believe India of the Vedas. I still believe India of the Buddhist times. But Indians themselves refuse to acknowledge their own greatness. I do not know why. It is hypnotism. Vivekananda used to say, what the country very badly needs is dehypnotization. We need to be dehypnotized. Mughals came, outsiders came, they went on hypnotizing, they went on calling you good for nothings. The British came and on a war footing, they devised altogether a different machinery for the purpose of hypnotizing you. You are all good for nothings. You are all good for, they went even today through your educational syllabus, they only echo the same refrain. You are made for all things good for nothing. You are a good for nothing. You are a good for nothing. They say, it is their duty to say, they are known for say, they are born to say such things. They said similar things in Trinidad and Tobago. They said similar things in African countries. They said similar things in India. If tomorrow they are going to moon and they will, if they have to have any sort of a control over all the entities there, again they follow the same method. It is their way of doing things. They say, but why should we accept? That is the question. Why should we accept? Why should we accept? Can't you pay them on the same coin? Can't you teach them the true history? Can't you compare their histories with the history of your own? Can't you show them very clearly that Europe was living on the branches of trees when India had reached its acme of civilizational achievements? Can't we show all this can come only when we become proud of our lineage, proud of our background? That to remember that self-esteem is the greatest source of strength for any human being. The day a man loses self-esteem, almost he is a good for nothing. He is there, only for a head count he is there. Nothing great can come out of him. Self-esteem, self-esteem, self-esteem. We may afford to lose anything, but not self-esteem. That must be the refrain that we should again and again make reflected through all our utterances and all our doings, all our workings. Friends, this is how Gayatri Mantra has its meaning. This is the reason why we all should take to Gayatri Mantra and we all should repeat it as much as possible, because that is the one thing that can impart to you all the ability to exercise perfect control, operative, either in the nature external or in the nature internal. More control you have about nature, more grand, more glorious you will be. If today science has given you anything, if technology has given you anything, it is because science is in a position to control certain forces in nature. It is only by controlling the forces of nature you can have the glory around. There is no other way. There is no other way. Science has proved it a lot. Technology has proved it a lot. And through Gayatri Mantra, we also can become the recipients of this power and bring about added glory, added vigor, added beauty to all our life. I again thank the authorities of this temple for having given me this opportunity to share all these thoughts with you. Tomorrow also, there is a talk about the subject, the lessons from Bhagavad Gita. There is a talk and it commences at 6 o'clock and may last up to about 7 o'clock or 7:15. Thank you so much for all the patient hearing that you offered. Thank you again.